Firstly, though, the social media app Twitter has warned that it will suspend users who publicly wish ill on Donald Trump after the president contracted COVID-19. Of course, some are wishing him a speedy recovery. Others have publicly tweeted negatively towards him. It's not clear how Twitter's going to do that. Professor of Cybersecurity at the Ulster University joins us in Emma's absence this week, Kevin Curran. Kevin, always good to talk. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Mark.
They're kind of stuck, aren't they? Because it's free speech on Twitter for the greater part. So what do they do here?
But their hateful conduct policy makes it very clear that you can't wish death on someone, or you can't hope that someone dies from a disease or something bad happens to them. So their policy is very clear about that. So really, and then they talk about really they'll ask people to take them down. They can suspend them for a long time or actually boot them off the platform. But really, they have to follow through. If someone is posting hateful content, their terms make it clear that you can be suspended or removed from the platform.
The author, Emily Dreyfus, has said now the rule is public. You might want to get the team to remove all the "I hope Obama dies" comments. Omaha Senator Megan Hunt says it's fine, but like so many other rules, it only applies to the president. I mean, reaction is vast to this, Kevin. CEO Akiwowo, the British-Nigerian women's rights activist, says women, black people, LGBTQ people, disabled people are sent death threats every day. She's right. She's absolutely right, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of public figures, and especially women, female, especially powerful women, get an awful lot of abuse online from people because there is no barriers to entry for someone creating a Twitter account, and then posting something and keep doing it again. Unfortunately, you don't have to produce your driving license or your passport when you create an account online, really. In some ways, that's the only way we can ever prevent this. When people only have one attempt at creating an account on social media, then they would really look after it, because there's the online disinhibition. What happens is people post things online that they would not ordinarily say in real life, and sometimes they forget what they post. They've had too many drinks, maybe, and they don't know what they're doing. They make mistakes sometimes, or sometimes people are just completely mean.
Yeah, Twitter says it will suspend those who hope for Mr. Trump's death. It's not clear how they will do it. That's going to be a busy night's administration for the moderators, Kevin. I mean, you're talking millions of posts here, probably.
Yeah, but it's easy. That's actually easy because you're talking about one account. You're looking at the tweets which are in there. And you have algorithms which are able to go through hateful speech. The problem for them is the rest of the world, because people have to flag content usually about to Twitter, and then they're so slow. They only have so many people working for these, on these platforms, really, and that is the problem. The problem is for the ordinary people. It's easy for them to police this one account, or even Joe Biden's account, or someone like that. But unfortunately for the rest of us, really, bring their attention, because I have done it with things in the past where I brought the attention of Facebook, for example. And I remember once a spina bifida doll that was made to look like a kid suffering from spina bifida with vomit coming out of his mouth and a big joke about it. And I flagged it to Facebook, and they came back a few hours later and says, "We do not find this post offensive."
Yeah, people get frustrated at where the line in the ground is, Kevin. Listen, just broadly speaking, Trump is attacking Biden. Broadly speaking, Biden is appealing directly to the electorate. That's the broad direction of traffic in the political ads, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and that's a real problem for Facebook, actually, because Twitter, rightly so, banned political ads. Actually, you can't do political ads on Twitter. Facebook still allows them, really, but the problem is a lot of people, or there's no transparency. There's little transparency, really. That a lot of these ads are not being posted directly by the Democratic Party or by the Republicans, really, but by these blanket groups which post for them, and then they get retweeted there. So there was a big problem there for Facebook to try to monitor, or to try to moderate these ads, these hateful ads.
Kevin, our time is brief this week. Thank you for stepping in for Emma this week. Professor Kevin Curran there.